Welcome to SERA Mythology, where the world's greatest mythological and spiritual stories come alive, from ancient Greece and India to Egypt, Japan, Africa, Mexico, Italy, and beyond. Among the countless legends of ancient mythology, few love stories are as mysterious, beautiful, and dramatic as the story of Cupid and Psyche. It begins with a mortal woman whose beauty became so extraordinary that people began comparing her to a goddess. Her name was Psyche. Psyche was the youngest of three sisters, and her beauty spread throughout the kingdom. Crowds gathered simply to see her. Temples dedicated to the goddess Venus began receiving fewer visitors because people were fascinated by Psyche instead. Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, became furious. How could a mortal woman receive the admiration that belonged to a goddess? In her jealousy, Venus summoned her son, Cupid, the god of desire and love. She commanded him to punish Psyche by making her fall hopelessly in love with the most terrible creature on earth. Cupid approached Psyche with his golden arrows, but when he saw her, something unexpected happened. Cupid himself fell in love. Instead of shooting Psyche with his arrow, Cupid accidentally wounded himself. The god of love had fallen in love with a mortal. Venus, however, was not finished. Psyche's beauty had attracted many admirers, yet none dared to marry her. Her parents became worried and consulted an oracle. The prophecy was terrifying. Psyche was destined to marry a mysterious creature who would take her away to a mountain. Her family prepared for the worst. But when Psyche reached the mountain, a strange wind carried her away to a magnificent palace. There, servants unseen by human eyes cared for her. Every luxury surrounded her. At night, a mysterious husband came to her. He loved Psyche deeply, but he refused to reveal his identity. There was only one condition. Psyche must never look upon his face. For a time, Psyche lived happily in the mysterious palace. Her husband treated her with tenderness, but loneliness eventually began to trouble her. She missed her sisters. Eventually, they were allowed to visit. When Psyche's sisters saw the magnificent palace, jealousy entered their hearts. They convinced Psyche that her mysterious husband might actually be a terrifying monster. Fear began to replace trust. They persuaded her to discover his identity. That night, Psyche waited until her husband was asleep. She lit a small lamp and looked upon his face. But instead of a monster, she saw Cupid. The beautiful god of love lay sleeping beside her. Psyche was overwhelmed with wonder, but fate turned against her. A drop of hot oil from the lamp fell onto Cupid, waking him. He realized that Psyche had broken her promise. Cupid was heartbroken. He disappeared. The magnificent palace vanished with him. Psyche searched desperately for Cupid, but he was nowhere to be found. Finally, she went to Venus herself. But Venus showed no mercy. The goddess gave Psyche a series of impossible tasks. First, Psyche was ordered to separate an enormous pile of mixed grains before nightfall. The task seemed impossible, but an army of tiny ants came to her aid and separated the grains. Next, she had to collect golden wool from dangerous sheep. Psyche succeeded by following advice to gather the wool caught on the branches rather than approaching the fierce animals directly. Then Venus demanded water from a deadly mountain stream. A great eagle helped Psyche collect it, but the final task was the most dangerous. Psyche was ordered to descend into the Underworld and bring back a box containing a portion of the Beauty of Psyche, Queen of the Dead. Psyche succeeded and returned with the mysterious box, but curiosity once again overcame her. She opened it. Instead of divine beauty, a deep supernatural sleep escaped from the box, and Psyche collapsed. Cupid eventually found her. Still in love, he awakened her. Cupid then went before Jupiter, king of the gods, and begged for Psyche's immortality. Jupiter agreed. Psyche was transformed from a mortal woman into a goddess. At last, Cupid and Psyche were allowed to remain together. Their love had survived jealousy, fear, betrayal, impossible trials, and even death itself. Psyche became the goddess associated with the human soul, while Cupid remained the god of love. Their story became more than a tale of romance. It became a myth about the fragile relationship between love, trust, curiosity, suffering, and the human soul. The mortal who had once been envied for her beauty ultimately became divine, and the god of love, who had the power to make others fall in love, discovered that even he could not escape love himself. The story of Cupid and Psyche remains one of the most unforgettable love legends from the ancient world. If this legendary journey through the myths of ancient civilizations was worth discovering, like this video, subscribe to SERA Mythology, and leave a comment with the next mythological story worth uncovering. There are countless forgotten gods, legendary heroes, mysterious creatures, ancient beliefs, and extraordinary stories still waiting to be revealed. SERA Mythology will return with another journey into the myths of the world.